back in action. And I think the sound's working. At least I hope the sound's working. That's going to be pretty annoying if it's not. Oh, and we've missed whatever the first fight was. I'm hoping it's working now because everything's worked when I've recorded myself doing this. Same thing. So if it's not working now, then fuck knows, man. I'm completely confused. Why is it playing? I really don't get how the commentaries. Have you literally been having me on this whole time? Have you been having me on this whole time? Or is that like the old video that's still like sitting on my. Ah, I need to delete that because the commentary I could do it through that video you just posted. Who knows? Who have we got next? Oh, we've got a Carlos Vermola promo. Hero of the people of the Czech Republic. I can kind of see why though. He has definitely got the look. It looks quite hard and cool. I am making noise and it's coming through this, aren't I? It's coming through this, aren't I? Yeah, I just checked and it's definitely like playing. Working through the phone anyway. Next up, we've got Gokanaxu and Ognjimich, whoever that guy is. Turkish man versus Slovakian man, I believe. Is that Slovakian flag? I hope it's a Slovakian flag. I hope I haven't fucked that up. Oh, this is weird. Now I can hear myself echoing through the TV downstairs. going to be like a delay between the two either. I'm offline. Ah, there we go. I was in the old one. How bad is it? Is it like not very good to hear? That sounds like a stupid question, but like, is it quiet? Is it really like? How do you describe sound? It's not like blurry sound, is it? You say that? Is it? Have I just very quiet? I just have to go old school to like figure out the problem. Is that any better? Am I a little bit louder? And hopefully a little bit clearer. Better anyway. Fingers crossed. Be a bad point. I've heard of this actually do for some reason. It's different to the vast majority of the people on this card. Have you thought UFC maybe back in the day? Or am I thinking of a different actor? I'm definitely thinking of a different tattoo. I've got no idea who you've got. He has beat Jan Malak, but I think everyone in Octagon's beat Jan Malak, so that's not really a great indication of how good the guy actually is. I don't think. And he 12-6. Although weirdly in Octagon, the record doesn't seem to make as much difference as it would in like a lot of their fighters have got really shit records in comparison to anyone within the UFC. So it's kind of difficult one to judge. Then is it because these guys are not particularly great and Octagon are just very good at promoting the fact that a fighter might not necessarily be horrendous if he's got a few losses against his name? It could be a little bit of both. Their like promotion skills and social media are really, really good, and it's worth a treat for him over in Europe because they've grown to probably the biggest promotion that's there. They're putting on these stadium shows, man. Apparently, we've got ourselves a wrestler, according to Mr. Luke Barney. So that would be interesting. Physio, so I suppose this guy might not be too bad. Maybe I've underestimated him. Definitely taking things very seriously. The foot stamp like he meant it. Interesting, because actually is a favourite, but if I was looking at this fight on paper, I'd be expecting it to be this way around. Interesting angle. Oh, what's some sort of Japanese lady with angling? An interesting choice. Yeah, that's so bad. Okay, what, a little bit meaner, doesn't it? If we're going straight on, like, if we're just looking at these as two bodies and not thinking too much into it, I think we're looking at Axie, man. That's where my money's going. I'm going for this guy. There's something really enjoyable, I think, about just looking at two people coming into it blind, which is not, it doesn't really happen very often because, like, especially like covering the big MMA promotions quite a lot, you learn the vast majority of people are. But coming out of fight and just seeing two guys and not really knowing much about either of them, it's an interesting way to come in. He definitely looks a little bit more feral than the guy on the right. Going for, I'm taking Ashley in this way. Oh, the British MMA scene is here. How you doing, man? What's happening? I mean, actually, he's putting a lot more pressure on to start with. To be fair, he's coming forward. Instead of what was that? It was like he went for very weird. Yeah, I think we've got a bit of a sound issue. You know, we're rolling with him. We're just going for it. Oh, oh, this fell over. This has suddenly got quite interesting. Oh, actually, he's not coming to play the games, man. He ain't interested in the grappling. I don't know what Barnett was talking about, saying that he was a grappler, but he ain't interested in that at all. Ah, I hate this whole like kicking at the legs and the down and shit though, man. Like just either stand it up or get stuck in.
Yo, mate, I've just taken this video just so you can.
Mm. I wonder if we picked up a bit now, maybe. Fucked around with a few things. I completely missed this fight, but at least we're figuring out how to make it work. Predictions for Shamrock and Frimpong's fight. I think we're going to get a three-way UK win. I think Frimpong, I'm going to go for a decision. Maybe a second round KO if Topoloi comes flying in. I think it's possible for Frimpong, but on the most, I think he's going to box it steady and pick up a decision. Oh, he's gone again. Whoa! It's done. Actually gets the win. 1-0. Yeah, so I'm thinking Frimpong, it's going to be a decision for me, and then Shem. I don't know, man, because I haven't seen a lot of this Attila guy. I haven't really watched him fight other than a little bit of some clips off from YouTube and stuff. But his grappling's a lot better than what Shem's used to. and I just think it's going to be an interesting one. Either Shem's going to show us how good he really is, or it's going to be a long night. And it is supposed to be on DAZN. I'm watching it on their website. I've just bought the pay-per-view, but it is on DAZN, supposedly. But I've had a couple of people asking me, like, where is it? So,
And he just gave up here and that's too happy. The donkey got punched his way through the victory.
this is very strange. Is it something to do with... Right, I think... Oh, that's better, I think. That's gonna sound a little bit better. She's loud though, she's fucking, she can calm down a little bit. Ah. Yeah, if someone can let me know if I'm sounding a little bit better now. I've messed around with a few bits and pieces. So I'm hoping so. Yes, Mitch. What's happening, man? How you doing? If you can let me know if the sound is a little bit better then, too, that would be super helpful. There we go. We did it. We made it there. Well done, everyone. Oh no. See, it was all going so well. Yeah, sounds alright for me. It was fine. We could have left it there. But Now we're quiet and a bit distorted. What? Let's try this.
What about now? Is that any better? I really hope that. I feel like the little green line that moves up and down tells me it's going to be better. I believe. Oh, here we go. Cooking. Well done, everyone. Again, extra well done, everyone. We did it. What a journey. Thank you for all the support. It meant a lot. I'm not going to lie though, one of the really annoying things about this fight ending in knockout is the fact that it's going to take forever before people start fighting again. Who is next on the card? I don't think it's Shem yet. Oh, so we've got two giant men who I've also never heard of. To be fair though, this is the last fight where I've got no idea who anyone is. After this, we're on to Shem, Korkmaz, Topalifer and Bong. And then the battle of the big two crazy bald dudes in Langer and Popek. I don't get it right because like I've had this conversation with people and people have actually managed to get it on DAZN. But I've got no idea how. I've gone through every channel and it ain't been there. But it's like 15 quid, so it ain't that bad. And it should be like a decent card. Oh, it's the giant paddy. I've no idea how these Vosgrana dudes managed to get so much noise from a weird viral clip of him clinging to someone's leg. I don't. It didn't look good, but somehow he's getting all this like recognition. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Da, 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 da. This could actually be quite an interesting fight. This next one. I mean, it's a heavyweight, but one of the dudes is a 5-1, but he's light heavy. So you know what I mean? Like, have these fights been against? Been at? See, he's moving up and he's only 6-1. I, I don't know, man. Like Paul Craig's one of my personal favourite UFC fighters, and he has been for ages. I love the way that he does all the like crazy, scary, hard man shit, and just looks hard as fuck, but actually and backs it up by dropping onto his back most of the time and pulling guard. Like I just think that it's a great contrast of two different things, but he struggled a lot, man, and he struggled a lot with Bo, and that. What are the odds on it at the moment? You know what, man? That's. I don't want to say it though, because every time Paul Craig fights, I look at the crazy odds and I'm in for it. because there's that belief like he'll do what he did to Ankalaev, or he'll do what he did to Jamal Hill, but then recently hasn't really done it, and I feel like it's all a trap. Like I look at that there, and I'm like, oh, it's got to be worth a go, and then yeah, see that's mad for someone that's as much of a threat as Craig, but yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know, man. I think this time I'm going to learn my lesson from the last two times I've looked at it and gone, It's like a weird position now where I've won money on Craig being the outsider in both of those fights. So then I keep sort of backing the same horse, and eventually, obviously, it stops working. And it's people have sort of figured out that if you don't let him grab you, you can fuck him up. That's the issue I think Paul Craig's fell into now, because his striking is not very good. How long are we going to drag this out then, guys? I mean, it's giving JPL enough time to get the pay-per-view, I suppose. Maybe that's what their plan is. They're going to make me wait watching them talk shit until you've tuned in. They're watching. Oh, I should post a link to this on Instagram as well, shouldn't I? What are the odds saying in this one? Is an interesting question. See, this is exactly what I mean. They're talking about the main event in this card. Obviously, Pavel Langer taking on Popek. Pavel Langer's record is 13-11. In what other promotion does the main event, any main event fighter come in with a 13-11 record? Like, it's very strange. In fairness, he had the belt as well. He lost it to Vermola. Very strange. Do, 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 do. Here we go. So we've got Yaman Zelkovic taking on Patrick Vespasiani. I believe is how you say. And as I expected looking at the records, Zelkovic is a huge outsider in this. Plus 900. Oh man, Gilbert Burns is a mad one. Like, when you think that the person that's probably given Khamzat Chimaev the most difficult fight is probably Gilbert Burns. There's times where you could argue to a certain degree that, like, Burns would have cut rounds in that fight, like, and he took it right the way to the end. So that tells you everything about Gilbert Burns. I know he's 38, but he's not just going to walk in and get, like, the odds make it look like he's just going to walk in and get steamrolled, and that's not going to happen. Like, I don't think he's knocking Gilbert Burns out. If he is, fair play to him. Like, it's probably the time for Burns to walk away, but exactly like you've just said about the Chimaev thing. Couldn't agree more. If anything, a Craig Gilbert Burns double, maybe a cheeky fiver. What's that going to get you? Let's have a little gander. All these two giant men are walking to the cage. You know what, I'll tell you what. Paul Craig submission and Gilbert Burns submission. 69-1. Even if you just had Gilbert to win, like, sack the submission off. Because there's only one way Paul Craig's going to win. He's either submitting him or he's not winning. Let's be honest. But Gilbert Burns by just to win, and Paul Craig by submission is 30.5-1. But these are the ones that suck you in, man, and they just don't happen. Craig will walk in there and get knocked out, probably within a couple of minutes. Burns, I'm not so sure on. But I really hope that doesn't happen. I'm going to be 100% rooting for the Bear Jew. I feel like it's been forever since I watched a fight. Like, what's been going on? Go on then. Here we go. Here we go. I've got to get on the story. I know I've actually managed to make it so anyone can hear what I'm saying. I think German dude's going to beat the shit out of the other dude, to be honest. I am quite concerned. for Zelkovic. I think this is going to be a bad day for him. Ooh. Fucking hell, he looks ripped as fuck, he does. Vespiani guy. Whoa. Oh. And now Zevkovic not in a very good place on the floor again, elbowed in the face by a big scary German. Oh no, there's big elbows. Ah. Oh. Ooh. I think this is time, ref. Yeah, it's the end. The end. Big German man beats up other man in very little time. Not can afford to wait another 20 minutes for another fight to happen. But next up we've got Shamrock against Attila Korkmaz. So we do have something, we have a vested interest in, so that's quite good. This is going to be a very big fight for Shem. It's a big step up in competition. He's not going to just rake him around the floor or jump onto his back, I imagine. I mean, he might, but I'd be surprised if he did. What else have we got on the UFC card later? Because I think this is going to be one of those cards, I think, which just turns into a bit of a sleeper. And a lot of the time, the cards that everyone complains and whinges about and says, oh, it's really bad, this card's shit, they end up being the good cards. I think if you actually like watching two people beat the shit out of each other, then as long as they're on a similar sort of level, I'm not bothered whether I'm watching 5 top 3 guys or 5 guys competing for 2 or 3 in the rankings. If it's 5 guys that are at a similar level, yeah, the standard's not as good. Yeah, we get that, but it's just it's 2 dudes or 2. Well, it's 2 dudes having a fight in it, and that's what we're here for. So we've got Burns Morales, Craig Bellato, Sadiq Youssef, and Mayron Santos. And we start to move into. Oh, Jared Gordon's on the card on the prelims, and Conor Matthews. Weirdly, I seem to be more familiar with the prelim guys than the main card guys. Always put a beret on. For some reason, the big German dude's put a beret on for his post-fight conversation. Oh, and he's very shouty. Yeah, it is. It looks like a really good little card, man. Which reminds me, I haven't done my silk pajamas picks yet. So while I'm listening to this dude shouting angry German words in his fucking purple beret, let's get my picks in. See, silk pajamas is where you start looking at Paul Craig. I think I can't resist that. I'm going to use a submission chip, but I'm going to have 200 points on Paul Craig. I think I'm gonna have to chuck a cheeky little lunge on Gilbert Burns as well, man. I'm gonna have to. I think. There is a lot of there's some big sways, isn't there? There's a lot of really heavy favourites. I think I'm gonna. Where should we go? We've got to put a bit more than. Let's have a. You know what? We're gonna go for 300 points on Jared Gordon. That's what we're gonna do. Jared Gordon, Gilbert Burns, Paul Craig. Let's go. I think that's where we're going to draw the line. We're going to keep 400 points in the bank. You're catching a bit, pal. Where the fuck's that gone? Ah. Oh. You know what? I'm going to quickly run to. One thing I will say is that the Italian back card hasn't been a bad MMA card at all so far, I don't think. I mean, it's been added positives and negatives because it's been a pretty steady card, but at the same time, I've spent so much time watching promo videos. They're not bad promo videos. You can tell the guys there, they know what they're doing in that respect. They put together a very good promo. It's a good job because it's all I've been watching. Most of what I've been watching. So far, I mean, you've had. Let's go through this. So you've got first round knockout, Staines decision, first round knockout, decision. So you've had 3 first round KOs on this card so far. No submissions, but I have a funny feeling that is about to change with Shamrock coming out. And interestingly earlier as well, at the start of the broadcast, Novotny pointed out that Keita was there. And he sort of alluded during the Shamrock conversation that something might be going down. So that is quite interesting. If Shem could somehow get through this fight and manage to get into title kind of contention, then he's done really well. Considering that he was at one point almost fighting the Persian dude, no one, I mean, especially didn't know who he was. So I'm not going to give him a massive amount of stock, but this one, it's a very, very interesting fight. It's going to be a good one. Oh, we're going to get another promo video. I mean, he did fuck Corny up, but it was expected. I think when you are as good a grappler as he is, and you're facing a striker, and a limited striker at that, mostly regional, that's he's doing exactly what he should have done. I think we've really been crying out to see him face someone that was also high level. I think he was just too good for the standard he's been competing against. So this is going to be really, really interesting to see what pans out. And this guy's been around the block a bit, man. Here he comes. Here we go. The Shem Show has begun. Second and full fasted submissions among active lightweight fighters in Octagon. Not bad. It seems like it's not too bad of a... What, the crowd's not been harsh on him particularly either. It's not seeming very, like, busy though. It seems quite quiet, really. I'm not getting, like, big atmosphere vibes coming out of this one. I mean, to be fair, he has got quite a sick entrance song at least. When he had to push it to the limit. That's not a bad choice at all. This is a very interesting fight. Second highest number of fights without a loss via KO in Octagon. 24! It's not bad to be fair. 24 fights. And not getting knocked out. It's good going. You can't knock him for that. Oh, it's going to be a scrap this is. Let's face it though, Shem's not going to be knocking him. I don't think the knockout is ever going to be in his game plan, is it? Let's be real. This is definitely going to be quite a grappling heavy fight, I think. Push it to the limit is a great choice of walkout. If we were in that situation like a little bit earlier where I'm looking at two goalies I've never heard of before or never seen, then this probably would have been enough to have tilted me in their favour. I'd definitely back the guy that come out to a decent entrance or ring walk. Here we go. Does it look a little bit empty in there, to be honest? And it's the main card now, so realistically, there should be quite a lot of people already there. If you're going to an MMA show and it's 3 fights before the end, you're there, aren't you? You're not turning up any later than that. But then I think looking at the card, it's nothing particularly impressive, is it really? Although I don't know, because that's just me talking, and I'm a UFC watching UK MMA guy. So to me, there isn't a lot on this card. Maybe it's different in Germany, but here we go. Here we go. What are we thinking, guys? Is this going to be another Shem walkover, or are we going to be seeing a tough night for him? What we saying, man? Spitfire Jim Berlin. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Looks like quite a small cage as well. I think it's just the angle. Shem looks like he's got a little bit of a size, or a little bit of a height and reach advantage maybe. I mean, this could be the main event really, couldn't it? No. We're off, we're in, let's go. We're looking very slow start so far. We're very much got the feeling each other out. Shem putting a little bit of pressure on. Oh, cheeky little head kick. It's very much got the first minute of a fight that's maybe been put together a week ago. In the sense of both guys look a little bit shy maybe. Figuring each other out. There's a very good point in it that it is quite awkward being a southpaw. You can see though, like it does look like he's been working on the striking area of his game. Ooh. He's definitely got a big reach advantage. And you'd think he's going to be making the most of that through this. Korkmaz looks very small. Nice little body kick. Oh, he's shot. Very quick on the takedown there, Shem. He's got him up against the cage. He's landed a couple of knees, to be fair. Oh, it's a lovely little trip from Korkmaz there. It's a great trip. And here we are in an interesting position. Shamrock on the bottom. Oh, it's a very good left from Korkmaz. And some big elbows as well. Fucking hell. That was, it's just like, it's like a wrestling move. He's definitely doing some damage to Shem. But he's so far taking it like a champ. And now he's on some good shots. Lick him. Go on, Sheamus just kicked him in the dick. It was definitely a knee in the dick as well. That was a rough connection. Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely a kick in the dick, man. Definitely a kick in the dick. He's very strong though, this little dude. I went back off. Oh, good tight. Oh, that was very good takedown defense from Korkmaz. That was. I thought he was down then. He's still chasing the takedown, Sheamus. We've got Shem holding him up against the wall. Up against the cage. Korkmaz is defending this really well, to be fair. Like I said before this fight, this isn't just someone that Shem's going to ragdoll, and as I've said that, he's just finished the takedown. That was quality, that was. And now the ground and pound is on. To be fair, I think Shem's going to hold him down for the rest of this round by the looks of it. He's on top. Korkmaz's not looking like he's going to get away from him here. He's throwing some nasty elbows though. I mean, Rimmers just said stand up and scramble and he'll give you his back, and he's probably right. Shem's like bridging him instead. I mean, there's 8 seconds left. You might as well just hold him down at this point, control him, take the round. Yeah, I think that's a Shem rock round for me. A takedown probably secures it. Other than that though, it was pretty even, to be honest. Korkmaz's takedown defense, very good. As you're going to expect that from a BJJ black belt. But it was very good. So yeah, I'm going to go, for me, that's a Shem rock round. Takedown, control on the ground. And when he didn't convert the takedowns, he was definitely in the controlling position during the clinches against the fence, so... I'm going to show us where he did that mad powerbomb shit. I want to see the replay though. Yeah, he's almost done a... I don't know if it's like a pole driver. Nearly. Round 2, let's go. Again, Korkmaz throwing some leg kicks, which would be a sensible thing to do, really. That was a very nice little, he did a little feint leg kick. Right straight, that was lovely, that was from Korkmaz. He's not bad, to be fair to him. Second round, so I think, for me, Shem won the first round. I'd give the first round to Shem. He got a takedown, control a lot of the fight. slow start to the second, really. Not a lot going on. I think Shem's controlling the centre of the cage, but he's throwing some lovely side kicks as well. But I think every time you see Shem fight, his striking seems to get better and better. It's definitely an area where I think he's working on improving. Oh, here we go. Shem attempting another takedown against the fence. I'd like to see some elbows in here though from Shem. Do a little bit of damage while he's in there. Good switch up from Korkmaz. It's a good point. I'm surprised he's not landing strikes at Shem here because his head is pretty open. Oh, that was a lovely spinning back fist that was. Fuck. Korkmaz is looking pretty decent in his round, man. Very good spinning back fist then, and then a bit of a flurry. Doesn't look like there's a lot of power behind it, but and then we're back to clinching up the cage. Other than that little sort of flurry from Korkmaz though, there's not a lot really happened in this round. He's definitely giving Shem a lot to think about though. Korkmaz in the more controlled position still. Shem's broke free now. We're back in action. Oh, nice knee from Shem. We're back. Shem controlling him again. His takedown defense is very good. Oh, knees. Korkmaz got Shem's back. Although he's turned him, that's class quality from Shem to be fair. Now Shem's on top, ground and pound. Shem looks like he's going for a cheeky leg. Look how he's stepping over now. Shem back on top, ground and pound. Oh, he's took mount just a bit too late in the round, I think. He's doing a lot of damage though. I don't know, that round's tough, man. Shem definitely had the better of the second half of the round, but Korkmaz landed some really good shots, man. I don't really know where I'm going with this round, to be honest. I think it might be a Korkmaz round. Although Shem did have the better of the second half of the round, and maybe the recency bias might kick in a little bit, but it's very close. I can see that going either way, to be honest. in fairness of the flurry that Korkmaz came at him with, not a lot of it really landed. I'd probably give it to Shem as well, I think. Especially seeing the replay of that little flurry of shots that looked really bad but didn't actually do much. I love this open scoring too, it's so much better. I wish that it was something that was like implemented in MMA across the board. Although I think knowing the scores, especially Korkmaz is going to have to come out here fighting, so this could be a big round. And he's pushing the pressure a little bit to start the round, in fairness to him. I think Shem knows that he knows that all he needs to do is avoid too much trouble, and he's got the fight. You can see that in his body language at this point, to be honest. You have got to say fair play to Korkmaz though, stepping in on short notice against someone that so many people have. Well, no one really seems to have known how to solve the Shamrock puzzle in Octagon so far. A lot of the top guys haven't been interested in the fight because of how dangerous his grappling is. So you can't knock Korkmaz for stepping up, man. Where is better? I think Korkmaz is running out of steam, to be honest. Shem's making it fairly easy, man. Oh, nice little leg kick there. Yeah, Shem's chilling. Very good fight IQ from him, to be honest. He's doing everything he needs to do, staying at range, picking a few decent shots. It is surprising not seeing. Ooh. I'm really surprised that I'm not seeing Korkmaz come at him a little bit more, intending, like, give us a fight. I think Shem's under no threat at all. Here we go. Ooh. Minute and a half left. Yeah, he's making it very easy at the minute. Although that was a decent little shot. Yeah, I think Korkmaz has run out of gas, man. His petrol lights on at this point. Yeah. Very good last round for Shem. Very composed, very calm. Did everything right. took the takedown. Yeah. And he's got back up, but it's just very good IQ from Shannon. You can't knock him out. Good first 2 rounds, and he's just controlled this third round really well. Pretty much, pal. Well, having a couple of seconds, he's definitely won the third. Good work, Shamrock. Did everything you needed to do. Controlled the fight against a big step up in competition. That's one thing that it shouldn't be underestimated. How much better Korkmaz is than Bakuni. It's literal levels. So well done, Shem. Very good. Yeah, you can't knock Korkmaz stepping in at the last minute. What, like 7 days notice against someone that, like we mentioned earlier, no one really wants to fight. No one wanted to fight. So you can't knock him for that. Early in the fight, showed very good takedown defence and a few glimpses of a really good fighter in there. Maybe if he'd had the full camp, it could have been a different fight. Now we've got the co-main. Yeah, more punches, more takedowns, more thrown, more landed, more takedowns, all in favour of Shem. Ooh. That's mad that one of the judges got that as 29-28 Korkmaz. Is this literally just because he's German? Like, there's no way that there was any doubt in that. Yeah, Shem's basically bigging up Korkmaz, rightly so. Yeah, he wants it fine. Now they've brought Keita in the cage. This is interesting. Is that where they're going? Okay, Keita's trying to chat shit. Ooh, now Keita said he doesn't want the fight. So Keita doesn't seem too keen on the idea of... Keita doesn't seem to like the idea of facing Shem. But weird, why bring him in the cage? If you're just gonna... that was a very weird post-fight scenario. I think even Shem didn't think that Keita would be next himself with his call out. Then they throw Keita in the cage, and then Lacey asks Keita about the fight, and Keita says he's not interested. Slags Shem off for a bit, and then fucks off. Very, very strange. But yeah, Shamrock wins. Split decision. Definitely a Shamrock win. Don't have a clue why the one guy managed to get 29-28 corners. Job done. On to the next one. And we have a very exciting fight coming up next as well. Dennis the Menace and the Albanian Eagle. Oh, now we've got the giant Paddy on the screen. I feel like giant Paddy's harsh on Paddy. He sort of looks like a giant version of Paddy that was hit with a shovel like 3 or 4 times. One of the strangest looking humans I think I've ever seen. Then we've got Dennis Pickford and Ariane Topoloi. I've been practicing that. It's quite good, alright. Almost German, some would say. This is another interesting one. I think Frimpong should do it. That's where my money is. I think Dennis Frimpong. I think he's going to use his distance really well, be a little bit more composed and a little bit more calm. And I think he's going to get it done. But this Topolo's no joke, man. So let's see. Big opportunity for Dennis, because I think Dennis has been known for being a shit talker, and that's pretty much all he was known for. And then, like, the Paddy stuff happened, and that was like a weird combination of good and bad press. But he rode it really well. Robin Frank win was a really big win, and he looked really good in that fight. I think he's actually transgressed from being a guy with a lot of potential, but limited skill set, into he's really starting to show that potential. His striking's got a lot better, in particular. So very interesting. Frimpong is here. I think he's coming out to Ramsong again as well. I think it's Ramstein. If it's Ramstein, or I'm just confusing every German at the back with Ramstein. It could be either. It's on the zone. apparently, well, it's supposed to be on the zone, but everyone's saying they can't find it, which there is a pay-per-view, it's like 15 quid. But to be honest, at this point of the day, there's 2 fights left. This is the most frustrating thing about Octagon, is that, like, it's so difficult to watch. Like, it's supposedly on the zone, but then no one can seem to be able to find it. There's no, like, no one's advertising the fact of where it is. Yeah, supposedly you can watch it on the zone. Dennis Frimpong. What is probably the biggest fight of his career. If he gets a win here, this is a big opportunity for him. Like, he's probably pushing Octagon's top 10. I don't know if he's quite going to get into there in this, but he's knocking on the door. I don't think anyone expected that to be happening a year ago. I think we've got the Albanian national anthem. As Arian Topalai comes out. He's a very angry young man, isn't he, this guy? He does look a little bit like an evil too. It's very rare that you get like nicknames based on what people look like, but he kind of does look a bit like an evil. I feel like he's going to move on now. It was the national anthem of Albania. I think there's a lot of Albanian fans at this event, because there's a few Albanian fighters. Fastest KO or TKO among the lightweight fighters in Octagon MMA. 100% finish rate. Good fight, man. Good fight. We're getting this talk on commentary about how he used to be training as an amateur and now he's training as a professional. Let's get a move on. I think when you watch shows that aren't UFC, you appreciate just how much of a well-oiled machine it actually is. Because on a UFC card, it's fight. It takes a string of knockouts to really start to cause a noticeable delay. Whereas in this, it seems to feel like forever. I mean, it's not quite on the same level as like PFL or any boxing card, because boxing is possibly the worst for leaving you sat watching people talk instead of watching people actually box. Oh, big fight feels on, lad. I'm still sticking by my guns. I'm still going for a Dennis Frimpong decision. That's where I think this fight's going to go. What doesn't it tell us the ridge? Frimpong's favourite now. It wasn't the case as well initially. He was the outsider at one point. I think there's been a lot of money placed in the UK over the last few days because the 3 UK guys in particular that lost tumbles. across the course of this week. What in his shiny suit? Dennis Frimpong. Michael. I'm sure Michael Patrick's the cameraman. Isn't it the cameraman in his corner? That's hilarious. He does though, however, have the MMA Sean Dodge in his corner, so, you know, Coltrane, who's probably one of the best minds in UK MMA at the moment. Seven wins, 7 finishes, 1 draw, 1 loss, the top line. Let's have it then. It's time for people to stop punching each other in the face. Gloves have been touched. Let's go. Top line straight out. Oh, get Frimpong down. Top line's frantic, man. He wants this. On top of Frimpong, up the fence, landing some good damage. Oh, Dennis is looking for an armbar though. Oh, he's got triangle. Oh, he's got triangle. Oh, he's out. Dennis is looking for the leg as well now. Oh, he's got... Is he... He's tried for a heel hook. This is a fast start, this is. Top line, top doing a little bit of damage. He's trying to do damage, but Dennis is just that long. Frimpong's still on the ground. He's down, but top line's not really doing a lot to him, that's the thing. He's not putting it up. He's gone for an armbar again. That's the thing now with Dennis. Everyone calls him a striker, but his jiu-jitsu's not bad, man. If there's an opening there, he's definitely good enough and capable of taking it. And he's still on the bottom. Top line's trying to step over into half. Dennis is defending it really well from the bottom, to be honest. He's not let top line get inside him or on the ground. Oh, very good kicks he's landed there. It's one of those weird situations where the first 2 minutes, top line's on top the whole time pretty much, but he hasn't been doing anything with it. He's not doing a lot with it now. He's not doing any damage. I suppose he's in control, but he's not doing anything. And now top lining Dennis's guard. Dennis is looking for submissions. Very hard from top line. He's landing some pretty tidy up kicks for the pockets. He's probably done as well from the bottom. Oh, he's got his leg. Dennis is doing quite well on the bottom, all things considered. Here we go. He's starting to try and get up now. He's at least got one there. Top line's pressure super good though. He's putting on so much pressure. Oh, he's going for it. He's trying to get Dennis's back by the look of it. And he's gone for mount, but I think Dennis is... He's going after the neck, but... I think Dennis is defending really well. From the bottom, all things considered. Albeit not having any great... Oh! It's not particularly looking phased or anything for Dennis. Top line, some damage now though. I mean, this is definitely a top alive round, there's no doubt about that. He's controlled the entire round from the top. Ooh, that got a bit tasty. The round ends, and top alive gets a little bit pissy. Very strange. Round one definitely time. Alright, top alive. 100%. Good round from top alive. Top alive 1-0. Not a massive amount of damage from the top. From top alive. But he's still controlled the fight. Or the round rather. Still got 2 more rounds to go. Yep, and all the judges have said the same thing. 3 rounds for top alive and the judges' scorecards. Round 2. Fight. Top alive's back on it again. Top alive's pressure is relentless. But Dennis is taking these like a champ. And can top alive do this for 3 rounds? I'm not so sure if he can. And then we've got top alive holding sprint up the cage. Doing not really anything with his position at all. He's just holding him. I don't know if he's trying to catch a breather or something. Ref just broke him up. Well done, ref. Dennis is bleeding. Blood pouring out to Dennis's head. And top alive's landing some good shots as well. Ooh. Dennis has just come forward with it. Is he turning into a fight? This is top alive's landing a couple. Oh! I have no idea how Dennis just took that one and not gone down. This is turning into a proper fight. This is top alive against the fence again. And I think the ref's going to break him up if he doesn't do anything. Again. He's fucked. He's absolutely shagged. Come on, ref. Oh, hang on a minute. Dennis has just stepped over his back and took his back. Top right foot. He's absolutely gassed. I think this fight's just shifting in Dennis's favour. He's just elbowing. He's like on his back, just swinging elbows, and he's just taking them. Oh, this is interesting now. Top Fly's gassed out. Dennis is also like taking some deep breaths. They're both in trouble. Top Fly on top at the minute. But Dennis is landing a lot of elbows. Dennis needs to get up. He's getting up, but he's kind of giving his back up. I don't know. I thought he was better to give his neck up then. Top line is back. Dennis just needs to get up now, really. Top line is basically resting on top of him. Oh. Very nearly got his neck then. Dennis is not looking bad in this fight. And he seems to be growing into it, but at the moment he's on the bottom. It doesn't look like he's going to be getting up. He needs to try and get up. This is not a bad fight though. Yes, I think so far it's a free progress for me, but it's tight. Oh! Top fly with a big right hand. Dennis catches him with an up kick. About 45 seconds left. Top fly is absolutely done. Oh, Dennis going for another platter. He's going to do something. I think he'll sub him, you know? He's very, very close. Dennis is pretty much got him now. It's almost a crucifix. But from the bottom. I don't know how I think we would describe that as. But either way, he's holding his arms behind his back while he's jabbing Top Fly in the face, so call it what you want. Round 2 done. I think this is a Dennis round, to be honest. But he did spend a lot of time on the floor as well. Top Fly is absolutely done in. Dennis, I mean, they're both putting it on the line in this 10 minutes. This has definitely been the best fight I've watched tonight. I mean, Dennis looks like he's got a little bit more in the tank than Top Fly. Where are the judges' scores? I think Top Fly's come out like that out hell in this and had a very good first round, but spunked his load. But every time he ends up on top of Dennis doesn't look like getting up. And if Top Fly could get a takedown early and hold the fight out, he's probably going to win. The judges are going. So we've got 2 judges. They've got it 1 each. One judge give that to Top Fly. So we're basically down to this last round. Dennis has just put his hand out to touch gloves in the 3rd round and then moved it away. Ooh, Dennis landed some big shots. Top Fly's in trouble. Top Fly's in a bad way. Oh, elbow! He's done, ref. Ref, this is done. Ref, he's done. Oh, ref. I'm surprised by what's happened there. That's it, he's done. There we go. Ping pong knockout, third round. As I said in the between rounds, top low spots. Dennis has landed a couple shots on him. Finished him off. But that was a very, very good second round and a brilliant finish for Dennis Ping Pong. That was a good fight, man. That was a very, very good fight. I was moaning earlier about how there was a lot of first round finishes and nothing crazy happening, but that was a very, very good fight. He didn't go a million miles away from the way that Dennis had said he was going to go either in a top light come out swinging in the first round. He did definitely win the first round, but blew his load too early. Oh, that head kick. Oh. That was very good. Well done, Dennis Ping Pong. On that note, everybody, well, let's find out what he's got to say before we skip into